Hello. They can hear. Yeah. Hello. 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 We're here. Sorry. Wait, why is this not? They can hear now.
Is it still playing?
Yeah. That's supposed to be. Now it's done.
Okay.
Hi guys. It's Madula here today with Autumn, but we're not Ace
Hello.
Attorneying. It's a miracle.
We are not. We are
We can do
not.
something other than Ace Attorney. All right. Go to this now.
I did not know that.
So today we're doing something a little different. Usually I'm a video game guy. So today we are see writing on the wall. Ooh. Love the waiting stream so far. Yeah, I know, it's great. Oh, that's hot. So today we're doing something a bit unique. I've been playing a lot of Power Washing Simulator. And during Power Washing Simulator, we've been playing pretty much exclusively Calamity music. I've been like, wow, this is some good stuff. And I was sitting there last night thinking, like, I was listening to specifically one of the songs of all time, "Silence Before the Storms," right here. And I was like, wow, this is some good stuff, and the story connotations it had, loved it. So I was like, you know what? It'd be cool to go through every theme, every song in the OST, and just like analyze them, both musically and from a lore standpoint. So I'll be handling the more lore standpoint stuff, and Autumn here will handle more so the musicality. But obviously, if we have stuff to say about anything, we can just say it. We're not limited. It's not like Autumn. If you say if something other than music, I'm coming to your house and I'm not gonna like it.
Oh.
In Minecraft.
Oh no.
In
Oh
Minecraft.
yeah, of course, of course, of course.
In Secret Life. Sorry.
Yeah. The people definitely know what that
Yeah,
means.
yeah. And so, once we finished listening to a song and we like fully like thought about it, analyzed it, or done. I don't know how long each one take. It could be 5 minutes. It could be not 5 minutes. I don't know. That's how much we have to say. We're gonna come here and we're gonna put it on a tier list. This is most of them. I think it should be all of them.
Yes, this tier list looks a little difficult to discern at first, but whenever we see all the thumbnails, we should be able to see them and
Yeah,
understand
piece
it
by
good
piece
enough.
we'll understand. So,
Yes,
and by the end, we'll have our tier list.
yeah.
I didn't actually see the Sunken Sea theme in here. It's not. That's weird.
Hmm.
Well, I guess we'll go hunting for that one at some point. Maybe we'll leave those ones left over until the end. Well, before Scowl. But where do you think my points at? I have no. The issue is I don't know how many points you can get in one stream. Is the only issue.
I'm betting like probably like 5K,
She was at
something
3K
like that.
before, like a few days
Oh,
ago.
3K?
She's gotten like 3 hot chocolates since then, so she's had to have gotten more.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sticking 5K.
Do you think is that correct, Leah? You're on 5K. Also, we're not doing them all tonight. We'll get through hopefully a
Yes.
few of them, but we're not. This is like a 4 hour OST, and so it's 5.7K. I gotta
Okay.
stream less. Or
Yep.
I need a buff hot chocolate prices. That's what I need to do.
Yes, yes, you do. Like 10, no,
Not 10.
5K. 5K and
5K.
above.
I was thinking 2K.
I mean, hmm. Okay, whatever.
Leah, you're running
Let's
through
see.
my hot chocolate surprises rapidly.
I think 2K is fair.
It's unfair. Well, Leah. Well. I'll think it over. You see, considering you are up from where you were before, and then hydrate is way less annoying than having to get up and make an entire hot chocolate.
Yes.
But considering you were up points from where you were before the hot chocolating started, I don't know. It's we're still making money.
Exactly.
So, anyway, without further ado, I think we should just hop into it. So, well, that means you got a loyal fan. I mean, yeah, thank you for that. But like every stream, I gotta make a hot chocolate at the beginning. All right, so hot. This is an injustice. I'm not taking. You have said enough for tonight, Ferris. You have bullied me enough today.
Right. Well, it's been this guy. I'm the
Well,
odds, but
yeah, you're not modded. Anyway, once winter is over, you realize how long is left in winter? Winter started like 3 weeks ago.
plus then afterwards, what's the point?
Gotta make something more appealing to spend points on. I can buff
10.
hydrate if you guys want.
All right, hear me out. 10,000 for absolutely nothing.
Ah, there you go. How's that sound, guys? I think before I had 10,000 points was, I want to say like, it was like a wheel spin, and then if
I
it
think
was
it
like a
was.
1 in 4 chance to do a 12-hour stream from
Oh
that wheel
yeah,
spin,
or there was like 25K for a 12-hour stream or something.
something like that. I will not be taking this booing. You will regret this day. This is not a democracy. This is a dictatorship. Peace in our time does not apply here, I'm afraid.
Mm.
Oh, you're booing Autumn?
What for my 10K for nothing?
I don't think people like that idea. Okay, we're getting distracted. We're 12 minutes in.
Yes,
We only got an
we need
hour and
to
18 minutes
do
left. We gotta get into
this.
this. So lock in.
All right.
We ready?
So yes, we are starting with a tale of cruel world of a
Yes, this
cruel
is
world.
the title, main theme ish type thing from Calamity. We keep an eye on this. I know there's quite a few motifs in here that will appear later, and also instrumentals. This is where the Calamity bells are. There's a reason why the Calamity bells are so well known. Anyway, if you want me to pause? Let me know. I'll pause if I hear something. And I have a
Yes.
story to share after we're done listening to this.
I
So,
think honestly we just do just one way through and then we can go back and
yeah, okay, we can do it
analyze.
that then.
So here we go.
Let's do this. Wait, let me make sure it's working.
Should we read the flavor text before or after?
Where's the flavor text?
The thing that you the SoundCloud one.
The SoundCloud one didn't have anything, I don't think. It wasn't anything like crazy. Oh, it's playing.
Oh,
I mean, you can look at the SoundCloud one. Do you see one? I don't see any specific flavor text that would be useful.
whatever. I'll just go ahead. Or no, it's the funny story XXX, I think as well.
Yeah, I mean, the funny story is,
But
I mean,
yeah.
created out of sheer boredom.
All right.
So I guess sheer boredom, guys. Yeah. Woo. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Oh my God.
I hope you can read.
So
Yeah, it loops.
for
Yeah.
most, yeah, they loop twice. So I think how we'll do this, we'll do the first listen through for the first half, and then when it loops, we'll go back through and just kind of, well, except for the beginning, we already listened to the beginning. I mean, this is pretty. Okay, well, before we do that, is there anything
I mean, it's
that
pretty
you
standard.
have to, anything you have to say before we
I
any
mean,
major things?
like musically, it's
Hard to say a lot. It's the
it's very
basis.
simple. Yeah, it's very simple. There's literally just like three things or three instruments going on. You have your piano, obviously, then you have the strings in the back doing the drone notes, and then the obviously the bells.
The Calamity Bells.
Um
We love Calamity
yeah.
Bells. They're very common
Um
in a lot of these songs.
yeah, very simple song, but it does what it needs to do to set the scene for the mod,
There was
I think.
it definitely had some deeper meanings about the trout population.
You
Truth.
know,
This
he's
is
right.
we gotta get this guy on the call. No.
Whenever it changed to a minor key halfway through, it was whenever Calamitous decided that she hated fish and just murdered them all.
That is canon.
This is canon.
That is no, like literally, that is kind of
Oh
canon.
wait, yeah, no, that is kind of canon.
That
Yes,
is
I
literally kind of canon. Calamitous did kind of hate the fish people and murdered them, except for one, I think.
yes.
Anyway, there's this section. It's a lot. I mean, again, it's just kind of setting the scene. That's all this had to do. And I think it did it well. I think the song did it really well. This song is really good. I
Yes.
like it. It's very catchy. Obviously, it's hard to say a lot because it is just it's the basis. It's the basics. You know, we're
It's the
here.
basics,
We're
and
setting it up, setting the
as
scene.
the description said, Dokuro did not intend for this to be used for anything. It was just kind of a I felt like making this.
Yeah.
So
That
the
being said,
intentions weren't there, but
that being
yeah.
said, this song does contain quite a few things that are very common in a lot of the Calamity songs. The Calamity Bells are
Bells.
one of the biggest things, but there is another thing in here that I want to point out. I think it was around here. This part.
The minor key?
Yeah. Specifically, I mean, this it's a motif. This is this whole section. Or more of a shared melody
Oh,
type thing.
I honestly did not even realize this was
Line. That's well,
yeah,
yeah.
I didn't even realize this was a motif. That is so
This is a
very
motif.
subtle.
Yes,
That's actually crazy.
this motif is found in a lot of songs. It's in the interludes, I believe. It's most prevalent. The section is most prevalent in both the Calamitous themes. In both of them.
Yeah,
Well, that
I can see
was
what
the
it is.
Brimstone theme. That was Brimstone Crags you
Yeah.
were doing. So
Yeah, no,
I
no,
think it's
yeah,
also
you're
part of the Calamity theme. Calamitous. But once we get to one of those themes, you'll see what I mean, especially the Supreme Calamitous theme. It's during the third section in that
right.
song.
Which is probably gonna be on the last stream that we do this, but
Well, it will
hey.
be the last stream, so but yeah, this is a very important section here. Okay, this kind of leads me directly into the story. So back 4 years ago, 5 years ago actually now, and like when I was a freshman in high school, online, I'm cooked. Online is cooked. I'm a big Calamity fan, and I was listening to those. I was like, man, I want to put some lyrics to this, and so I started doing lyrics. I didn't make it anywhere, but I did put lyrics to this song. They weren't good, but they were
Do
there.
we have them?
No, but
Okay.
I remember one of them because I really liked that one. And it was to this part. Let me see if I can forget. Let's find out the exact one. It's here. It's here. Ooh, yeah. So okay. I kind of actually borrowed the lyrics from the Scowl song. Stained. No. What is it? Is it Stained Brutal? It's Stained Brutal.
Calamity.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stained Brutal Calamity.
So in that song, this section here. The bum. Let's pause once. It's that section. So that section And the Sane Brittle Calamity song, the first time it goes around, because it repeats, I believe, it's "Who shall emerge from the ashes of calamities?" You know, obviously slowed down to the beat, but those were the lyrics. And so I took that as like the progression, because obviously Sane Brittle Calamity is the very end of this whole thing. And so I twisted that line and made it in this song, "Who shall emerge from the sparks of calamity?"
Oh
to show
yeah,
the
yeah.
progression. And this section also appears during the Calamitous clone theme, Rotten Filter Calamity. And there I had it, "Who shall emerge from the flames of calamity?" Just to
Mm-hmm.
show the progression. Because obviously we're building up here. The flames are going strong in the middle of it whenever we're going through everything. And I have more to say on that once we get there. And then during the Supreme Calamitous fight, especially during the third section, we're coming to a close. Like this is it. We're the Calamitous arc is pretty much over. Um, and so that's when it's ashes there, and so that's kind of like the full flame type of thing for Calamitous, who's the Brimstone Witch. So that was just a neat little tidbit that I wanted to share there. Otherwise, I think that's about all I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
It's a basic
All right.
song. It's got some important stuff for later, and then yeah, I
Yeah,
can't really share a lot of the
introduction
lore on it.
of yeah.
Some themes, motifs, instruments. Yeah.
All right.
Where would you rate it?
Where is it?
I think it's this.
We're just gonna say it's that. I'd say that's a solid A, to be
Yeah, I
honest.
think A is it's pretty baseline. I think that works fine. Okay. No, that's done. Next up is the
Guardian of the Former
Guardian of the
Seas.
Former
Alright.
Seas. So for those who don't know, this is the first boss theme. You might not need to write your rough draft. There's no turn. Good. You can join us on the analyzing in
Exactly.
chat. Let's go.
Yes.
So for those who don't know, the Guardian of the Former Seas is the theme of the Desert Scourge, obviously on screen. The Desert Scourge is the first Calamity boss you fight in game. And lore wise, let me pull it up so that way I don't get this wrong. I don't know if you have anything to share. You can go ahead and share before you get into it.
Uh, I mean, I don't really. I'd have to actually to provide insight on the song. I'd have to
Yeah.
probably listen to it through first. But
This
all I know
is
is that Desert Scourge was a ocean worm, but then got
yeah, it's
sand
some of the
dumped on
lore.
him, and um,
A lot of the a lot of the bosses drop lore tidbits and it'll kind of tell you the backstory. And so the Desert Scourge, I'm trying to find it so I can like give you the official thing, but the basic gist of it is um where did I find it? Hang on. Okay, yeah. So this is okay. It's gonna be tough because this is introducing basically the entire overarching story of Calamity, which follows, ironically enough, I'm not realizing, the actions of one Yarim called the Jungle Tyrant King. Tyrant King's a bit interesting, for reasons, but he's basically the main bad guy. We haven't met him yet, but he's pretty much he's the big bad guy. Um, and then the Jungle Tyrant King Yarim had a witch called Calamitous, who I have mentioned and who we do fight eventually in Calamity, who's called the Brimstone Witch as well. Lots of fire and death with her. And so basically, there was an ocean. The Desert Scourge originated from an ocean. It was actually originally the Aquatic Scourge, who does make an appearance later on, but it's a bit iffy. Yeah, we'll explain it once we get there. But the ocean where the Desert Scourge used to roam, which is now a desert, had a civilization. There's a civilization there, and it was led by the Sea King Amadeus. I think that's how you pronounce it.
yeah, I
Um,
believe so.
and so back then, basically, Amadeus was like, or sorry, Yarm approached Amadeus, not Amadeus, Amadeus, saying like, "Yo, we need you to help us awaken the Moon Lord." And Amadeus was like, "No, sorry, I am okay, thank you." Um, and so Yarm got really upset and told Calamitous to go destroy the sea. And so she went and evaporated the sea with fire and brimstone. Sorry. Um, which is what caused this desert. And it also caused the desert scourge, or well, the aquatic scourge at the time, to dry out and go on a rampage. And then it killed everyone in the kingdom because its food source, sharks and crabs, died. And so it ate everyone in the kingdom. And now it's dried out and it's seeking for food still. And so that's why we fight it. So Leah burnt the sea. Got it. Yeah, Leah is a bit of an arsonist. So that's the general gist of it. So obviously, Guardian, with that knowledge, Guardian of the Former Seas is a very obvious name. I mean, it's exactly it, Guardian of what was once the sea, which is still kind of there. But it's uh,
Is
well,
sand now.
it's a bit sunk. We'll say. We'll get into that
Yes.
in a minute. That'll probably be the next song we do. We'll do that one next. But yeah, that's the general gist of it. Now, with that being said, it's been Norse. We're gonna go into it and actually listen to the song itself.
All right.
Um, so this will hopefully provide some more insight. I think it repeats now.
Yeah, that's a very great point.
Okay. So anything major before we run back through it one more time?
I
Any
mean, not in particular. I mean, I'd say I mean this is definitely more complex
tales
than
or
the
was it?
other one. Uh,
Yeah, tales. Go
but
ahead.
I mean, in terms of like generally like a rock-ish song, which this definitely is, it's yep, it's pretty formulaic rock music. You have bass guitar, banging electric guitar, uh drums that are just going hard. There's the one thing that isn't formulaic of that, and obviously the steel drum. There's just a steel drum that comes again.
But it makes sense to be fair.
It does make sense. Yes, that is the like aquatic instrument. And I don't know when this came out. If this song was released before or after the underground desert got its theme
Oh, I don't know.
in base Terraria. Um but um if so, then that is combining both like the theme of like the ocean, like very slightly with just the steel drum, but like there's not much of the ocean left,
Yeah.
and a big part of the desert theme, which the underground desert theme, it's it slaps. If you haven't listened to it, it's amazing, and it contains a lot more like rock-ish elements as well. Though
Hmm.
it is more like I don't know exactly how to say it, but like it's more deserty than rock, I guess.
Yeah. And
But yeah,
sorry, go ahead. You have anything
I
else?
wasn't saying anything. Yeah,
Okay.
good.
And I mean, yeah, what she said is pretty much true. The ocean, I mean, there's some. If you really want to, you could look kind of deeper into this, being like, it starts off with the steel drum, and obviously ocean vibes, and then it goes into this part especially. Anything you can say about this part? I mean, it's just kind of more of the same, but it goes hard. And then you come here, and then what's the transition like? It's just like a hard transition, right?
Yeah, no, the guitar just appears.
I mean, if you want to like English teacher this, like look at every line per meaning that probably isn't there.
Yeah.
This could represent like obviously the suddenness of which Calamity has kind of destroyed this place. Because I mean,
I mean, yeah.
like you said, if we're taking kind of the aquatic theme of the ocean and combining it with the more underground deserts kind of rock esque stuff, then this
Mhm.
could be the hard switch that happened whenever this went from an ocean to a sea to a desert.
Yes,
Just
I do not
something you
believe
see
that
there.
was the intention at all, since the
But it's
steel
a
drum
cool
does appear
thing.
later. But I do agree, it is a cool thing to derive from it.
I mean, we could
Because
say,
you do have that steel drum solo.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Wait, English teacher, this is like hinting that the ocean's still there. It's just not, it's being kind of overwhelmed by the desert, to be fair. But that's if you really want to look into it. Overall,
Yes.
that's all I have to say about that.
I I love the Desert Scourge song. I personally would put it in S
You
just
put it in
because
S. I don't know if I put it in S. I don't know.
just personally, because I freaking because I just remember like uh
It is the
or
first boss, to be
playing.
fair.
It
So
is the first boss. Is that Desert Scourge?
yes,
Why is it blue?
I
Why
don't
is it blue?
know.
Why
I
is the
don't know.
background blue?
It is Desert Scourge though.
Okay. But yeah. Personally, I put it in S just because I remember the first time playing it and then just getting jump scared with this banger of a theme. Um,
I
and
personally
just
don't
for
think it's that
that,
high, but
I mean, it's your list, but personally, I think it's S. Probably bottom of S, but still S.
I think it's somewhere. In my opinion, I put it low A. I think it's one of the weaker songs personally, but we'll see. We'll leave it an A for now. I might bump it up, or I may not. I don't know. I always kind of
We'll
like.
see.
I'm biased to this song, unfortunately, but we'll keep it here for now. I mean, we'll just put it at top of A, get it like kind of in the middle of our opinions. But
Okay. Okay. Okay.
okay, next up, we'll do the Sunken Sea thing real fast. Hang on. I don't know what's nothing should pop up. I don't want to like dox myself. I want to dox myself, but okay. Was this not in the? Sorry, was this not in here?
Is this? Hold on. What's the name of the playlist? Is this from DM
This is
Dokuro?
from DM Decoru. Pretty sure. Yeah, it is.
Hmm.
I want to say. I got it straight from his page. So
All right. Well, I guess we're
this was
going.
5 years ago. So that may be why.
Oh wait, hold
This is
on.
a soon one.
We may want to use one of the Actually, wait. Now I was gonna say, maybe if we use one of the fan made ones, then it goes from Tizzler Cruel World straight to Slime God. If you
Yeah.
look at the bottom there.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. I don't think it was. I get roughly 450 for my watch streak of watching every. Oh my god! This is why you have so many points. Okay. So Sunken Sea is called Sanctuary, which makes sense because basically the Sunken Sea is what remains of the old sea, and it's under the desert. It's pretty deep underground in the desert, and in there, it's not really a civilization. Really, it's just kind of a sea. There's, I mean, it's not. No, it is just basically a sea. There's like crystal structures in there, kind of the main thing. And there's also the giant clam mini boss, but that is kind of whatever. And then Amadeus is down there too. If once you defeat the mini boss, the giant clam mini boss, then Amadeus will become an NPC, and you can like interact with him, and he's important for lore bits, obviously as I discussed. But basically, Sunken Sea lore is basically just the same thing as the normal lore for the Desert Scourge. There we go. I came up with it. I believe. I don't think there's anything too majorly different. I
Yeah.
imagine we're gonna hear a lot more of the steel drum, because maybe we'll see what they go, and maybe more. I don't know. Well, do you have any predictions on what we'll hear based on what
I
we've
mean,
heard from the Desert Scourge theme?
yeah, steel drum. I mean, we don't know much, but
I don't actually remember. Oh, hang on, I have some more lore to give you. So, what is this? I didn't realize that the civilization that Calamitous destroyed actually had a name. It looks like it's called something along the lines of Ilmaris. Ilmaris. This
I've never
this
heard
is
that
basically
before.
the remains of Ilmaris, I believe. That should basically be the yeah.
All right.
Let's start it. Not a lot to say, unfortunately. Oh. We're not gonna have any steel drum?
No, the beginning was steel drum.
Oh, was that was a big dungeon? I kinda lost it.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. This is important.
I believe that is
I think so.
the midpoint.
Let's
It's
give
not
it a
halfway, but
second. Yeah, it's over halfway. No under typically. Because it begins to one more time at the end.
yeah, but this part like that we just listened to,
Yeah.
that is steel drum. There's just
Oh yeah, I can
a
hear it.
ton of
It's just
effects over it.
yeah. Okay. So that was really good. I liked that. No, once
Yeah.
since I listened to the Sun Goes Sea theme.
Yeah. There was the like very little bit of steel drum there at the beginning.
A lot more
But this song was mostly carried with just that one bum, 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 bum,
yeah.
piano chord progression.
There's like meaning in that you can look into. Again, I don't know if it's like, I don't know if it's intended or not, but like in my mind, the Sunken Sea is kind of, still in a way. And I think the repetitive sense of that can make sense because I mean this is what remains, and so we're kind of really dormant. Is dormant the right word? I don't know. I'm trying to. I can't find the right word. It still is still the best thing I can think of. Like unchanging,
Stagnant.
stagnant. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. The Sunken Sea itself is pretty stagnant, at least in my mind, because I mean they're trying to recover, but I mean they are under an entire desert. So that's kind of what I'm gathering from. That's kind of why I think it's like that. I mean, do you have a theory on why it's like that? It just
I
is.
mean, I think that's that the chord progression just is there to be a chord progression. It's a very
Yeah.
good chord progression that um I think is it's just like that through the entire song.
Hmm.
Or it's like the brum, 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 and then with like slight variations.
Most likely, I
But
am over analyzing a lot of this stuff, but that is fun, so I'm going to
probably
keep doing it.
probably yes. What's the saying? But yeah, that chord progression just it carries the song mostly.
Hmm.
With the synth stuff over top of it. A s- surprising choice of
Yeah.
not really surprising choice of like synth drums. Like whenever you think about it, you're just like, why is it synth drums? But then it's just like it works, so
Hmm.
it doesn't matter.
And the theme slaps, to be fair.
Yes. Um,
Anything to say about like the bass?
it's a bass. It's a bass line. You know what you want from me here.
Good
It's a
job.
synthetic bass line.
That's all we needed. We commented on it. We're good. Put that done. Um, I mean, yeah. In general, I mean, it just works. I think there's actually one thing that I wanted to mention. This, like the bit thing here. Was it this section?
Or like
It was this section. This section.
the chip
Yeah, the chip
tunish.
tune. I don't know if it's exactly the same motif, but this same chip tune is extremely prevalent in the Sulphur Sea theme, which we'll get to.
That would make
So
sense.
keep that in mind. There's something there. So we'll keep that in mind.
We
Overall,
shall see.
that's a majority of what I wanted to say. Do you have anything else? I think we went over
No,
it decently.
I think that's good. Uh,
I mean, I just like they're all so good so far. It's
I
tough.
mean, yeah. I'm split
I think we
between.
lower that to. I don't think I don't know if it's as good as, but then at the same time, like part of me wants to put it above, but then it's like,
I say I'm saying low A,
low A.
but
We have too much in A already. We're putting it B. I
I
think
mean,
I'd put it in B
I
too.
don't think the the amount of a thing should or amount of other songs in a tier should dictate a song's
Yeah, it's
tier.
fine. I guess we can put it there. Yeah. So I mean, good song. Most of the clan. That's what we're gonna say. We were gonna be singing that a lot. Crabulon. Okay, Crabulon. Okay, Crabulon.
Crabulon,
Crabulon, I believe, is
my beloved.
also connected to the sunken sea, or into this
I
singular thing.
I know very little about Crabulon lore wise. Besides, I think the mushrooms just reanimated its corpse, and that's it.
Okay, so basically, the lore behind Crabulon is, oh yeah, this is after Calamitous evaporated the ocean with brimstone magic, most inhabitants died, including crabs like Crabulon, who's a big old crab. And basically, the remaining crabs had to escape, and so they made it into the glowing mushroom biome, which is like the mushroom cave, and then they died, and the fungi used the corpses as hosts for breeding ground. So basically, this is a reanimated crab caused by the destruction of the sea that the same sea that the scourge was in. It also affected the crabs and Crabulon. So this one's a very interesting one. Theme name wise, it's very interesting. Infestation. And make I mean, there's a few reasons I think you can go after saying why it's like this. It looks cool, I guess. If you want to like not, if you don't want to like look into it. I mean, it spells infestation.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just supposed to be corrupted infestation.
Something like, yeah. I
That's
mean,
about
to be
it.
fair,
Yeah.
this is a corpse of a crab, so this is not a living crab. The fungus is controlling it, so that's an important thing to realize. And this is also a very unique theme. I think it's pretty unique. There's very few other themes like this one. Maybe Fly of the Beelzebub, maybe pretty close to it, but uh, anyway, that's all I have to say. Pretty basic stuff for Crabulon. You ready?
Yeah. All right.
All right. So this is a very unique song up to this point.
Freaking W theme. I love Infestation.
Also, I want to put this other lyric. It got so loud because I turned it down for whenever Autumn was talking, so I turned it back up.
Mhm.
Maybe with this song, so I forgot to.
But this is just, I think, a masterpiece of a song. Um,
This is one of the best
I
Calamity songs.
it is one of the best. And for the second, yes, no, well, I
This is
mean,
the second boss.
not
Yes,
not including Giant Clang.
that's a mini
That's a mini
boss.
boss. For the second boss you fight being this much of a banger is
No,
crazy.
yeah, the songs are bad. It's just this one's like, oh.
Yes. In the opening here, what we're listening to with the I don't know what the instrument's called, but like it's like the clacking things.
Mimicking the
Um,
crab claws, obviously.
Mimicking, yes. I just also realized that the at Crabulon, the animation we're seeing right here, is going to the beat.
Is it?
Yes,
Yeah, it
1,
is.
2, 3, 4, 1. Okay.
W conductor. I want Crabulon as my conductor.
Um, I I mean, I don't really got much to say here. It's just
good.
it's a good theme. The bass line and drums really do a lot for this piece. I love the varied instruments here. Like, here's a piano I solo, I guess, if you want. And at the end, that little chiptune bit that just decides to like, all right, I'll rest the rest of the ensemble, get out of here. It's my turn. It's chiptune time.
Yeah, chiptunes are very common in Calamity songs. I'm beginning to realize.
Yes. But that just chiptune solo at the very end, it's crazy.
Also, this hidden message. I don't know. I just remember because it just flashed on screen. I don't remember what it says. Nothing crazy, but it's there.
Yeah. But yeah,
Good song.
It's just good.
And then here's the chiptune. It just goes.
I guess kind of in there where the motif kind of comes in with the lead instrument during the chiptune, just to
Yeah.
like probably reintroduce the theme for the loop.
Yeah. So overall, where is it?
I
This is by SS.
SS, yes.
Banger song. Not a lot else to say. Okay, so
Oh,
now
I mean, Crabion, I assume from the lore is rather disconnected, kind of.
yeah, to be fair, a
I
lot of
don't
these
know.
pre-hard mode ones are kind of disconnected. I mean, they have there's points to them, but
Like the desert scourge is probably the most like connected one because
yeah, I believe it is the most connected pre-hard mode boss to like the greater story. But I mean, this one's technically also connected because this was also a victim of the calamitous anger explosion thingy. So hang on, sorry. So anyway, next up is Blood Coagulant, which is going to be another interesting one. Blood
I
Coagulant and The Filthy Mind are interesting songs, to say the
yeah,
least.
I just find Blood Coagulant so hilarious. And you will see why. But yeah, let's just play a song.
There's a fair warning here. These two songs, it's weird because they're both similar because you're both either gonna have corruption or crimson, and so these bosses are well, they're not mutually exclusive to each other because there are ways to get both corruption and crimson in a world, but they're intended to be pretty mutually exclusive. You either get one or
Yes.
the other, and so they both kind of follow the same type of formula where the beginning of the song is like a garbled mess. At least I think that's how I remembered it. It's very like well, in this case, it's fleshy for performers because the crimson's just flesh, and hive mind is like I mean you'll see what I mean. And then it like gets to a point where it's like in my mind a sense of clarity. I don't know. You'll see what I mean. I'll explain it once we get to it. I don't know the lores for these guys. I'm gonna be honest. I don't. I'll try to find it, but we'll just start the song while I look for it.
They're just kind of evil guys.
Yeah. Anyway, here's Blood Coagulant.
Manifestation of their evil.
Here's Blood Oh wait, hang on. Let
Oh,
me
yeah.
raise the volume. Okay, Blood Coagulant.
All right,
So
yeah.
go ahead.
Uh, okay. So the reason the song is, I mean, I do like it. It is pretty good. I just think it's hilarious how like the first half of the song is just the same two notes, burner, 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 burner. um, but obviously there's more going on than just that, which
Yeah.
they, they do a perfect job of describing your brain when seeing this thing. Probably it's just like screaming. um, but I I'm a little confused at the random person coming in like during like the bridge between two parts where it's just a guy who goes to a piano and plays a few minor seconds. Yeah, here. Like,
Yeah.
okay, who let this guy into the recording studio? Um
Get him out.
um but yeah, later those that two note thing does come back and it's different. And then it's the same two notes again. So like I don't know if that means anything or not, but it's just
We have
I
this section, which
yeah,
is
there's isn't that just like Yaron's theme or something?
it could be Aaron's thing that you mentioned it.
That has like the strings, I think.
I mean that. Yeah. That may be Yaron. Yaron. I don't know whose thing this, but I think that is someone's theme. It's just weird how it's here.
Yeah, I do not know why they have this little bit where
And then it devolves again.
like where they go to like actual like not heavy instruments. Like there's that freaking flute, I think, or
Something
like
like that.
oboe, that just appears and it's like it's a chill moment, like you were saying. They also like
Moment of clarity is how I would describe it.
yeah
In all the garbled mess that is the rest of the song.
yeah
But it does. The song is gonna sound weird, but the song, I mean, sounds fleshy, which is the point.
yes.
Like bloody fleshy, which is like blood
I mean
coagulant.
that is kind of just
That
what
is the
like
before orders. That is what the crimson is.
yeah, it's
Blood,
kind of just
flesh.
what it's kind of just what heavy metal evokes
The song is.
at
The song is.
times.
It does its job. It's the theme of
Yeah,
this of the bloodworms,
yeah.
basically.
I say that's a solid B.
Yeah. Where
Middle second
are?
row.
Oh, hey. Okay. Hive Mind is next. Also, by the way, I could not find any lore on these guys. There's like nothing.
They are manifestations of crimson and corruption. That's about it. That's all we got.
Hive Mind, I believe, is the same type of thing. I want to say something similar. It's just the corruption variant, pretty much. I believe. Uh, sorry, hang on. I'm just double checking. Okay. Yeah, I can't see anything too big. All right, we'll just play it. I don't know the lore of this one. I think again, it's just kind of the manifestation of the corruption.
Yes. Yeah, that's what it
shorter
sounds like.
theme. Okay. So
Sure.
before we get into the musicality, I have found lore. I found the actual lore tidbits that the bosses used to drop. I was having difficulties finding it, so I just want to backtrack a bit. So first of all, the corruption, the crimson, lore wise in Calamity are two manifestations of the result of Yarim slaying a god. The crimson is specifically the essence of the god. Um, and then I believe the corruption. Wait, no, okay. Wait, so what's the difference? I think it's just two different. I think it's two different. It's the same god death, but the outcome's 50-50, I think. Either corruption or crimson. And so the perforters themselves, I believe they were just worms that yielded the god's power, and that's why they're like that.
Hmm.
I want to say that they're kind of like they are just kind of just a manifestation of the crimson in a way. The hive mind, though, I believe is well, the hive mind's kind of what remains of the god's mind after its death. This is what it's kind of manifested into, which makes sense. It's called the hive mind, or the hive mind. So, but so you could see the crimson, the corruption is just like what remains of this god that once existed. It's now either worms or uh whatever this thing is.
Yes.
All right, you can go now.
I mean, again, musically, there's not really much I can say. The flute solo in the middle was odd, but like very good. Um, the time signature for the song was really weird. I was trying to place it like here. It definitely like 6/8 or something. But like here, the bum bum ba da bum bum ba
Yeah,
da bum. I don't know if it's switching between 6/8 and 2/4 or whatever, but it's funky. Um,
good way to describe the song in general. Funky.
I mean, yeah, yeah.
If you
Um,
want to look, I mean, if you want to delve into like the non-existent meaning of it, like this is what remains of the god's mind, then I imagine it's very unstable, which could be what the song's representing in general. The instability of it. It's going. I mean, it'd be criminal to call it going insane because it's far beyond that point. Because I mean, imagine if you're a god and you've been reduced, like what the one last piece of your mind has been reduced to this thing after being slain. I mean,
yes. And speaking of time signature here, it's back in 4/4. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, and now it's back to weird.
we like switching. Yay.
Here's the part where this is the part where it's 6/8 2/4. There's one part where it's just 6/8. Here, I know. 1 2. This is still weird. Okay, I can't place it. The time signature, there's no stability.
There's no time signature. We just go.
It's whatever. But yeah, I do like this piece.
I think it's better than Blood.
I think this definitely is an A tier.
I think
I
maybe
believe.
bottom of A, but yeah, A
Bottom of
still.
A. Bottom of A is very solid for it.
Okay. Slime God. So the Slime God. I will read out the lore to you word by word. So
Already at the end of pretty hard mode. That's
yeah,
quick. I mean, I know there's not much, but still.
it's very short. So, Slime God, an old clan once revered this thing as a paragon, upholding the balance of nature. Now its purity is sullied by freshly absorbed muck and grime, which is basically the result of slaying the god. It's kind of creeped into the slime god itself. So, the gelatinous being neither knows nor cares for the last surviving clansman. Such tragedy is all too common in worship. Alas, the slime god is wise enough to be cowardly, fleeing battles it cannot win when its servants are vanquished. Perhaps fortune will aid you if you catch it unaware. So, I mean, it's like a god, but the god's been corrupted by the corruption slash crimson, both of them. So it's kind of the gist of it.
Yeah, I do not remember this theme as much for some reason. I don't know. So this will be for some
Well, let's
reason a
get
new
into it.
experience for me. All right. I'm remembering now.
Aliens. And then it loops.
And it's a loop, yeah. I th I do like this, but there's a lot of weird stuff going on here.
Yeah.
Like, the beginning is like a friggin' like it's like a funeral march type deal. Like the with the drums. It feels like it's like a march for some reason, and then that is even later emphasized in that little break part where the march drums return, and you have like the various horns and stuff. Uh, but for the most part, I do really like this, especially the big F off guitar that's here uh to embody uh the the two evil biomes, which
Yeah.
both had that similar type of in your face guitar. I don't know what this is, but it's cool. It's here. Also, here's a theremin, by the way. Did you want a theremin? You have a theremin now. Um,
It's here.
yeah. There's also like the freaking choral things.
Yeah, so I actually have something to
Which
say
makes
about those.
sense.
I mean,
Yeah.
in my mind, those obviously represent like the clansmen that I mentioned in the lore, like those worshipping the gods before they became corrupted. So that could also be kind of what the march was for, because they could have done some type
Maybe.
of march for the gods. But
Maybe. I don't know. It's a solid theme. Works for Slime God.
there was one part I wanted to mention here. We're getting to it. This section.
Yeah, this one that's like yeah,
Have we
the
heard this theme
march.
already? So I'm pretty sure this theme happens a ton throughout a lot of these songs. I very much so remember it vividly. We'll keep an ear out for it, but I think it's maybe another motif type thing.
I honestly do not remember it in the slightest, but yeah. Oh, this theme? Oh yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, good theme. Overall. Very nice.
I
Where are
think
you ranking it?
that's I'm saying solid B,
Yeah.
like high B, but
Maybe put it above.
yeah, above
Where are we?
verse.
Here we are. Okay. And that's it for hard or pre-hard mode. And now we are on to hard mode. So first up is
Is it not?
cryogen.
It is cryogen. Okay.
Yeah, it is cryogen. Um, so cryogen is basically a prison. That's all it is. It's imprisoning the Archmage, who who went up against Calamitous and lost, but instead of killing him, she imprisoned him to save his life. I mean, here I'll read the lore. You can. It's pretty spelled out. So the lore is it's not for Krajan itself, it's for the Archmage. So he yet lives. I thought him slain by Calamitous. It appears she imprisoned the Archmage to spare his life. I assumed that frigid mass was an old construct of his, running amok without its master to shepherd it. Permafrost was an old ally of mine, wielding the prestigious title of Archmage with great renown. His wisdom guided my original conquests, making much of them possible at all. As my crusade evolved and my ambitions grew, he expressed vehement disapproval. Where justice was once seen, the tyranny had blinded it. He departed along with the witch not long after. That's basically the lore. The Cryogen is just a prison, but it is a frozen prison for the Archmage, who is a master of ice magic. And this is in the snow biome, so you'll hear a lot of like cold theming in the song. So, without any further ado, or maybe there will be further ado, it won't be.
Hello, Amen Break.
Hi.
I forgot about this.
That's the repeat.
Yes.
So,
I
Cryogen.
mean, yeah. There's a. I while I do like breakcore, I am very much a fan of breakcore. That's all that's really going on. This is in like the beginning half of the song. It's just break drum. Here's some bells. These aren't the Calamity bells, but it's just
No.
some nice like wintry cold
Yeah,
bells to
just keep
remind
the
you that
yeah.
this song is Cryogen and not a breakcore sample.
We have to have some
And
winter themes.
yes. Uh, and then there's like the middle point, which I really like that point. If only that was for the rest
More
of
of
the
the
song.
song.
It wasn't just this, but like it's not awful. It's just
Yeah, that goes on for 40
I
more
wish
seconds than what we already
yeah,
listened to.
I wish that like a minute of the song wasn't just okay, here's drums.
This part's good though.
Yeah. Or if there's more of those bells from earlier.
Cryogen, I don't think is the weakest we've had so far, but he's also kind of the among the weaker bosses in my opinion.
Yeah. Also, funnily enough, that breakcore, that drums that they had so much at the beginning, they're gone now. This is something.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No.
I think it's.
No, they're there.
No, it's the same. It's the same drums.
They're just
It's
overlapped,
just yeah. It's just like it
drowned out a bit.
sounds like any other drum unless you're like very focused on listening for them.
It's a good theme. It does its job. I mean, ice,
I
ice,
wish there was more to it, but it's not bad.
ice is
All
basically
right,
just like yeah, the main thing. Hi, I'm an ice biome.
yeah.
I'm the ice boss. Hee hee.
Hee
Sorry, I'm just trying to fix my stream.
resizing. What happened?
I don't know. It's I don't know how long it's been like that. It's probably the weakest so far. Where's quiet?
Yeah.
Why is Yaron blue?
Why is Yaron blue? Is this phase one Yaron?
That's phase one Yaron, I think. No, this is
Yeah.
phase one Yaron.
What? Why is Yaron blue then?
This may be OG theme, remade theme, because they remade this theme. Feral Catharsis may have been the first Calamity theme they made,
Okay, then we won't touch
and then
it
they
then.
remade it. So anyway, Cryogen.
uh, I'd
Let's see.
say. I mean, yeah, either bottom of B or C, but
It's one of the weakest songs. All right,
yep.
next up. Oh, okay. The Step Below Hell, the Profaned Crags theme. Profaned Crags is really, really good. I remember. So
I do not remember this thing, but I think I remember it being really good.
this is okay. But well, before we get into it, Profaned Crags is actually pretty important. Um, I believe. Okay. So the Brimstone Crags is another remains of a city. This city was called Azifur, I believe. And I'll read the lore for you now. Oft called the first city, its tumultuous history stretches back to the Draconic era. An odd jewel of civilization, the immense heat of the underworld provided it with unlimited potential in defense and industry. Such were the abilities of the Forge Masters that when I swayed them to my cause, I was never lacking for arms. It pains me to say this, even in hindsight, but their own artisanry, sure, paved the downfall of the entire city. For the witch and I, the air here will be forever laden with regret. There is nothing to be done. So I believe the Brimstone Crags, or Azifur, is where both Calamitous and Yarum originated, I want to say. Actually, maybe not Yarum. Calamitous did originate here, though. I know. And I believe Calamitous also destroyed this place. Much like she did. What was the city name? Azifur. Yeah, I believe Calamitous destroyed this one as well. You know, it's called the Brimstone Crags, so she obviously destroyed this. Like she did to the sea one. I can't remember the name for that. So basically the same. It's ruins. There's a lot of souls here from Azurfar, as a fear or something like that. Here it is in chat. Take your best guess. I think it's as a fear.
That yeah, as a fear.
Um. So yeah, obviously it's in the underworld too. So there's a lot of like trapped souls. It's grim, but it's a good theme. Also heavily tied to the brimstone elemental, which we will get into. It's in hell, so keep that in mind. Sorry, it's a step below hell. My bad. This theme is very prevalent in Scowl's theme too, during the second section. Yeah. Yeah. No loops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, banger theme introduces the scowl motif.
One of
Uh,
them.
yeah, one of them,
It
yes,
may be closer to Yarim's motif, I think. I
probably.
can't remember who it belongs to. I mean, to, this is like the only part in the Scowl theme that has clear lyrics, because the rest of the Scowl theme's lyrics are all in the choir, and they're like kind of hard to hear. But this
Mhm.
like happens at the end of the second section, which I can't remember exactly what it is. They each have their own names. I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure it's like it may be like relevant to the different stages of grief, but I could be very, very wrong
I believe it
with
is.
that.
Yeah.
Yes, but uh, there's not really much to say with this. It sounds like I mean, most of it is here just to kind of give you that like, yup, this is related to calamitous. Here's the yep, it is.
Yeah. Here, hang on. I gotta interrupt you. So this section, the lyrics that match in the Scowl theme, which we'll get to eventually. Signs of self-disappointment start infiltrating. Signs of self-disappointment start infiltrating. Yeah, as you can hear. And then also, I mentioned this earlier, but symptoms of paranoia begin invading. Invading. Yeah. And that's where it ends, I think. For like the similarities. But it's just something to keep in mind.
Yep. Very, very nice theme. I really like later in the song the little counter
Just
melody bit.
yeah.
That's really, really nice. Um yeah, solid biome theme.
It's very tragic sounding, which is the point. This was
It's
a
very
thriving
tragic,
city
but very like
destroyed.
surprisingly chill at the
Yeah,
same time.
it's just good. This is one of my favorite themes in Calamity.
I'd say probably where's it at? Oh, there it is. Uh
IS, in
yeah,
my
sure.
opinion.
I yeah. I think that's good.
Good. I don't think we have time for the one more. Do you?
Uh Brimstone Elemental's probably a lot. So yeah, I think we
That's
should
where we'll be ending it for today.
yeah,
So I'll
cut
save
stream
this.
here.
Save. And we will be back eventually. I don't know when. We'll see.
Next
We will.
stream is next stream gonna be Ace? Okay.
That's what I'm planning. Yeah, we'll see about. I mean,
Okay.
we'll see. It may be rough.
Okay.
Cause
Well,
we'll see. We'll see.
we will see what happens, but
Uh,
maybe expect Ace Attorney tomorrow. Maybe.
maybe. I don't know. It depends. It kind of depends on. I'll speak to you afterwards. We'll see.
We shall see, yes.
But that's it for me for today, guys. I'm sorry for the short stream. I'm really tired. So I'll be back in day 13 tomorrow. Yay.
Yippee.
All right. Bye, guys.
Alright.
Thank you for stopping by.
Bye
Woo.
stream. Bye stream.